And we're live. Welcome to the show. AoK Championship Wrestling kicking off here tonight, as we do every Wednesday night, as well as every Sunday night at 7. So let's get it on. Starting the show off, women's action. Kicking it off first, Money in the Bank briefcase holder Zoe Yuri goes one-on-one against Lilith. We are getting right into the action here tonight. Firing it up as we get closer and closer to the end of this season. We get ready to kick off into season 4 in WrestleMania. AoK WrestleMania 3. And then we'll get into season 4 with WWE 2K24. And we start to build and find all the stupid glitches that prevents certain things from happening right away. So I got to find workarounds.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan.
Zoe Yuri, her contract signed for season 4. She is set to go. She has been uploaded. She has been brought into the AoK locker room. She is ready to go for season 4. She may be going into season 4 as the champ, but of course, I believe the best thing to do, since there will be newcomers rolling in for season 4, is to hope and pray that we have enough titles and perhaps enough of a roster to run the preseason tournament that we got to do between 2 and 3. Place those titles and let those guys battle it out. For returning wrestlers that end up being champions on the way out the door this year, such possibly as Zoe Yuri, she does have that opportunity at AoK WrestleMania 3 to walk out as the women's undisputed champion. But that's in a few weeks. That's in about 2 weeks. And she got about 2 minutes. She got to worry about this lady right here, the Witch Lilith. Making her way down to ringside and ready to start this battle as well. Pardon. Do you happen to have any Grey Poupon? What is wrong with you? I said, Mrs. Plowman, there's something wrong with your son. Lilith the Witch making her way in, and Zoe Yuri has been on a rampage of late, on the way through every opponent she's been given since winning that Money in the Bank briefcase. Briefcase or no briefcase, this young lady might have been going all the way to WrestleMania regardless. Just another warm-up match for her. Not to say that Lilith is nothing more than a warm-up match, because that is not the case. Both these women, former undisputed women's champions. Yuri right into it. Handspring into the back elbow, putting Lilith straight to the mat. Nice reversal, turns it around with that elbow. Another forearm smash to the face, and Yuri fires back with a forearm of her own. Look at this, rolls it up, going for an ankle lock. She has that grapevine in deep. She almost poured her meniscus. Yuri staying right on the attack. Oh, little dodge and weave there for the ropes before going for that clothesline. I'm not sure what that, some kind of OTM, welcome back, bud. OTM back in the game. back behind the desk. Excuse me. The Irish whip into the corner. And welcome back, dude. Welcome back in. Grab a seat. Grab a beverage. Or whatever other kind of refreshment that you may need there. Zoe Yuri going to town here. As I said, she has been on fire over the past few weeks. I say few weeks, damn near month, 2 months now. Zoe Zakk, and down goes Lilith. You gotta take your time as we get a kick out by Lilith. This match may still be going on when you come back. Yuri one more time. Back to back Zoe Zakks. That was hard to say, a lot harder than I think. And Yuri, excuse me, damn it. Yuri picking up the victory over Lilith. As I said, this chick is on fire. We take a look at the replay. Not one, but two Zoe Zakks. Nothing but Joe slapping the mat for the count of 3 and raising the hand of Zoe Yuri, the ninja of AoK. Going right in, Big Logan Hawk up next. Joined at ringside by Mama Logan. He goes one-on-one with Gavin Wilson. And again, Gavin Wilson making a name for himself here recently. Making a stand against the monster Zakk the Ripper. Able to keep his team held together, the backbone to the squad. And I do believe that Gavin Wilson could be going on to bigger and better things here in the very near future of AoK. But let's head to ringside as the big man, High Justice, Logan Hawk, makes his way through.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Big Money from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 355 pounds, Justice.
Logan Hawk being elusive about whether or not he'll be returning to Season 4. There's been speculation. There's been talks. There's been rumbles in the locker room, in the hallways. That this man may be taking time off. He might be taking time off, but we'll see. His opponent, Gavin Wilson, as I said, he came into he's a rookie, could be rookie of the year right there. Not quite. He's not quite rookie of the year. He might be. I mean, that's debatable. That's debatable. Big strides in the last part of the season for Gavin. Big strides in the last part of the season for this man. His recent rival is Zakk the Ripper. catapulting him to the spark of stardom. Just a spark of it. Hasn't quite exploded onto the scene yet. Try as he might. Going up against a much bigger opponent, one of the monsters of AoK. Big Logan Hawk. Of course, his manager valet at ringside, Mama Logan, into the ropes. And referee Jenna Taylor getting in the way there, almost got herself smashed. Not like the kids on a Good Friday night. Jenna Taylor almost got smashed. Wait, what? What? We got a pinfall attempt. Gavin, like a dummy, pulled his shoulder up. Logan Hawk missing with the leg drop, and Gavin looking to take an opportunity and run with it. He might want to grab his hat and run to the locker room, because Logan Hawk back on his feet, and he is wasting no time here with Gavin. Into the turnbuckle, picks him up for a power driver. We don't see that often enough around here. He is going directly to town. Gavin doesn't even know where he is. This boy is out on his feet. Logan Hawk sets him up and right into the barricade. Do we call him? Is he? Ken, there's a question that comes up there. It's a good question. Rooting for the BMF. Is Logan Hawk? Is that an honorary thing, or is he a full-fledged member of the BMF? I mean, he's got a T-shirt. I mean, you don't just hand those out, do you? Sets him up. High justice, and down he goes. Gavin Wilson for the second time, kicking out of these ridiculous pin attempts. But that clothesline, he didn't go for the pin attempt. BMF living up to the name. That is a long elevator ride down, man. That is a long elevator ride down. And Gavin Wilson back to his feet. A little bit of, trying to get a little bit of fight out of him, but that interceptor just folded that man's clothes, and he's still in them. Logan. Oh no. Logan Hawk risking it all. Defying physics. And that has to do it. Logan Hawk from the top rope down. We take a look at that replay. Look at all that height. Man up there like Jordan. Huge splash from the top rope. And Gavin Wilson may not see a wrestling ring ever again. Forget everything I said about him previously. Yeah, Logan Hawk ain't wasting no time tonight. Logan Hawk making super quick work of Gavin Wilson. As I said, the discussion of Rookie of the Year for Gavin Wilson may have just ended. Logan Hawk makes his exit. We get ready for our third matchup, one-on-one Hunter Singer against the King of Old School, Prestige. Wait for these long ass loading screens. BMF is the new W. It's brown chicken brock brock. We're gonna change your entrance music for season 4. You guys gonna get Gavin Wilson to play Vincent? Gavin! Shave Gavin Wilson's head, put a BMF shirt on him. Speaking of the NWO, Hunter Singer.
Making his way to the ring, representing the Misfits from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 135 pounds. The total
Good segue. Nice segue. That's not a segue, that's a scooter. It's stupid. Anyway, Hunter Singer, the workhorse, the total package. And there you have it. And there you have it. Hunter Singer making his entrance as he gets ready to face this insufferable jackass.
And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 200
Prestige.
pounds, the King of Old School.
Of course, coming into season 4. So, with 2K24, there's a lot of work I have to do over there. We had to scrap some plans heading into it. I had to modify some plans going into it. Got to look into making everything work in a custom show, custom arenas. It's all there. It's supposed to work. I just have to find all the workarounds to make it work. For instance, we had to start out today with we couldn't do anything with the match table. We had to figure out how to make the match tables work in the custom arenas. If you have a custom arena and you go in and you try to adjust the match table, they are all grayed out. There is a workaround, but I'm not going to get into all that right now on the tutorial of how to make an AoK or make a custom universe work in 2K24. But with a little bit of looking around and a little bit of research, there's ways to do it. I just need to get it done. And Bouchard, 100% right. Vulgar and Alice Angel both re-signed this morning. They will be joining us for season 4, so the women's division. The women's division at least has 2 girls ready to beat each other up. We'll see where that expands to. Prestige with a big legacy elbow to the back of the head. And Hunter Singer gets the shoulder up at 2.5 and continues on to fight. Right into the clutches of a rib breaker. Series of kicks, misses with the enziguri. With the springboard, Hunter fires back one of his own. Codebreaker, that may do it. I'm sorry, backstabber, my bad. Wrong side. Prestige, big right hand. Sets him up for Matilda's kiss. Which, by the way, when you're trying to create wrestlers, remember they have real names. That's not really called Matilda's kiss. I was getting real mad when I couldn't find it. So, yeah. Yeah. Don't let me fool you, man. I fooled the shit out of myself this morning. Prestige looking for a submission on this one, but I don't think Hunter's going to give it up that quick. Yeah, at least buy him dinner. Maybe a movie. I mean, Netflix and chill probably works for him, too. Hunter across the ring. Poetry in motion all by his lonesome. And Prestige catches the boot. Reverses it into a snap suplex. Hunter dazed. Staggers back up. This could do it. Prestidigitation. Hooks the leg, and we're looking at a winner. Prestige picking up the victory over Hunter Singer, match 3 of this evening. And I don't want to say these matches are quick, but these matches are about 10-minute matches, I guess, give or take.
Here's your winner, the King of Old School.
Match is going by quick. These guys wasting no time in the ring tonight. Another victory in the books for that man as we get ready to go to match 4. Ooh, rivalry. Wonder if there's anything cool going on with it. Yes, no, maybe? We'll see. We said earlier, Vulgar the Clown signed on. Out here tonight to pad those numbers up a little bit. See if he can't get himself a better standing in season 4. So do we do a tournament? I'll ask you guys here on this one. Do you guys do you think we should do a tournament for any vacated titles going into season 4? Or I'm sorry, should we do a tournament for all titles or just the vacated ones? Like we did last year, if they were returning and held a title, they were just the last person. They were the boss of the tournament, so to speak. Or do we just leave them as the champions and go through the season as is, and then just do any vacated title tournaments? In which case we don't have to do a separate show for them. We can do those tournaments on our bi-weekly shows. Or, yeah, bi-weekly? Yeah. Twice a week. Sure. Anyway. Vulgar the Clown in the ring. His opponent, Remy. These two, been a few months since they've been in the ring together. But they definitely put on a showing the last time they were in the ring together. Former undisputed champion, right there in the ring for you. Carried the world title a couple times this season, to be honest with you. Has Remy. Matchup starting out in Remy's favor. Drives an elbow into the bicep, back to his feet. Remy facing off against Vulgar the Clown. Puts him against the ropes. No woo from the AoK crowd. Scoops him up. Torture rack. He got him in an accordion rack. Vulgar, nice reversal, nice counter to that. Turns it into an arm drag to escape. Going for the cover. And a quick kick out. Remy doing his best here to get back to his feet, but the Clown all over him here. Sidestepping that punch. Irish whip reverses it, sends the Clown over the top rope. Holds on, Enziguri takes him to the ringside. Well, they're putting the boots down here. See if we can't get some aggression out of this man. Remy trained in the mixed martial arts, able to break free from that armbar. As Jenna continues her count, Vulgar makes it back in before she can reach 10. Lucky for everybody there. Remy focusing highly on that right arm. Again, sticking with the arm of Vulgar. Trying to soften that shoulder up, perhaps. Vulgar sidestep and punch to the back of the head. That could have been grounds for a disqualification. And again, misses with the clothesline. Remy going for the choke slam, but gets blocked. Straight waistlock takedown, and then Vulgar fires off some open hand strikes. Face first, Remy to the mat. Vulgar not ready for the cover as of yet. Second turnbuckle. Lands that huge leg drop. Continuous stomp the all over, and this could be all over. Remy kicking out at 2, looking for some space here. Couple of right hands and a big shoulder tackle to the midsection. And Vulgar with a sunset flip powerbomb to the outside. That may have broken that man's back. He broke him in half. Who needs a soundboard? There are 1,000 references in this skull. And Remy looking to get the upper hand, but Vulgar returns fire one more time. And a cutter on the concrete. The referee continuing her count. We all know she'll count you out. She's got no qualms about it. Vulgar dropping big knuckles. Vulgar may be looking for the 10 count. Trying to break the arm of Remington Steele. Indoor desk. Neither of these men even trying to get back into the ring. Remy beats the 10. Vulgar just barely. Just barely beating the 10, right into the last laugh. Remy trying to hang on. Can he break out of this hold? He's gotten out of the armbar multiple times, but can he get out of the last laugh? Finds a way free, hits the springboard clothesline. Both men back to their feet again, and again, Vulgar steps around one more time, center of the ring. I guess that's the other laugh. I guess this is the second to last laugh, maybe? It's not quite the last laugh yet. Remy sets the clown on the ropes. Goes for the shoulder tackle, no go. And Vulgar. Wicked stepsister, down goes Remy. He could be unconscious. This man might be unconscious. Kick out at 2. Nope, he alright. He alright. He's just gonna get up, walk it off, see? See, he alright. He's gonna hold him too. He's gonna make sure he's alright. This time it's the last laugh. This time it's the last laugh. Third time's a charm. Vulgar picking up the victory coming off of that submission hold. Yeah, the beginning of the end. That curb stomp. Turned the brains to mush. And the final attempt at the last laugh, and that was all she took.
Here is your winner.
He's no clown, he's the clown. That ain't just any clown, kids. That man's Vulgar. And we get ready to hit it backstage one more time. This time, fatal 4-way Extreme Rules. The Almighty Torrance Benjamin, the Iron Man Ken Bouchard, James Coleman, the Urban Gladiator Cameron Sawyer. A couple of big hitters in this one. The War Raiders represented, the Buffalo's Unwanted represented, and of course the BMF in this one as well. Cameron, the odd man out. Maybe he's just looking for a home. Maybe he's just looking for a place to be. Extreme Rules, fatal 4-way. Kicking it off here in just a moment. It made me. They made me use a smaller ramp. I wanted a bigger stage for us for season 4. But unfortunately, they made me change it because the ambulance matches. You have to have certain ambulance matches are locked out of certain arenas, that are arena styles. So we had to readjust. It's still all there. We still got a decent. We got to figure it out. I think season 4, I'm hoping the Falls Count Anywhere turned into be a little more of the arena. I hope AI explores the arena a little better than it has in this previous games. They'd set the arena for some cool things to happen if necessary, possible. Torrance Benjamin, Buffalo's Unwanted. We're hoping to see them return as well next year. The next round. I'm sure that could happen. As IKB.
And his opponents, first from parts unknown.
Another one of the most dominant wrestlers in this season's roster. IKB, multiple-time world champion, multiple-time intercontinental champion. Also a tag team champion at the beginning of the season with his son Damian. Our third challenger, the unpredictable one, James Coleman. Curious to see how this goes down. IKB and Coleman in the same matchup. See if anybody gets any attention from either of these two. Coleman, a Grand Slam champion of Season 3. Ooh, actually, Coleman's missing a title. At least for Season 3. I know he had it in Season 2, but it turns out James Coleman needs to get the hardcore title before the end of the season to be considered a Grand Slam champion. Unless he wants to lose some weight, but I don't think that's the case. And in order for Coleman, at the current moment, in order for Coleman to get the hardcore title, he has to take it away from another member of the BMF, the Punisher. Ooh. Things are heating up at the end of Season 3 as Coleman finds out that he is not the Grand Slam champion that he thought that he was. Missing out on the hardcore title for Season 3. Can he do it? Hell of a way to go out. Hell of a way to go out of Season 3. Fatal 4-way Extreme Rules. Torrance Benjamin and Coleman on your left. IKB and Cameron Sawyer on your right. And the big boys did not come here to play. And IKB, Torrance Benjamin, both of them go for the clothesline, and IKB comes up and gets cut down by Cameron Sawyer. Cameron separating Torrance from IKB. Coleman taking his focus off of Torrance as well. Scoops him up. A big standing power slam. IKB with a pinfall attempt. Too early in the matchup. Cameron Sawyer able to turn his attention from Torrance back to IKB to break the save. And down he goes. Torrance on the outside. Cameron almost dropped him right into the lap. Torrance Benjamin, the Almighty, almost got a surprise. And a pinfall attempt. 1, 2. And IKB barely making the save. Coleman again finds himself on the shoulder of the Iron Man. And back to the mat hard. Benjamin. IKB in the center of the ring. These two trying to duke it out. Sawyer and Coleman on the outside. Two big powerhouses on the inside. Coleman sent back in, Extreme Rules apply, and Cameron Sawyer realizing he's one of the smallest men, if not the smallest man in the match. And Coleman takes the ride from Torrance Benjamin. Superman punch and a steel chair. Coleman laid out in the center of the ring with that power slam onto that same chair. IKB with a ladder. What the hell is he doing with a ladder? And a big clothesline from behind. Torrance Benjamin, Cameron Sawyer, Coleman into the corner. IKB locking up with Cameron and the Almighty after James Coleman. Sawyer with the Irish whip sends Coleman into the turnbuckle. And the Almighty with a clothesline looking for the chair and focuses on Coleman. And what a spear from the side. Coleman blindsided by IKB. Sets him up, rolling neck breaker. Cameron focusing on Torrance Benjamin. Springboard too far away. Missing with that springboard splash. Cameron Sawyer turns his attention over to IKB in the steel chair. That was a hell of a spear from the blind side. I hope they put that on the replay. Good golly. And Sawyer, looking to pick up the victory, gets a 1 count. Coleman thinks he's got it all figured out now. Right for Benjamin. I thought he was going to go after the Iron Man first, but he went right after the back of Torrance Benjamin. German suplex and a pinfall attempt by IKB. Cameron able to get the shoulder up. Trying to come in like the Stinger. He's alright for a moment. He was alright for a moment, more like the Stinker. The Almighty sending Cameron to the heavens. And a knee to the face, sending him straight to hell. IKB with his favorite of all environmental toys. Big slam, just missing those steps. And Torrance Benjamin splits the coconut of Cameron Sawyer. Clothesline. Coleman trying to make the count, trying to make the save on the 3 count. Cameron able to kick out on his own, and IKB in after Torrance Benjamin. There is a lot going on here. Good golly. Avalanche splash by Cameron Sawyer. IKB looking for a spot here. I think he's just trying to get the Almighty away from the ropes. And a chop block taking the knee out of the Iron Man. I will say this much, man. They don't play around with the Extreme Rules on 24. Extreme Rules matches, there's a ton of stuff that gets dragged out. But we got a headlock DDT. And Cameron Sawyer might be almost picked up the victory there. Sawyer almost getting the 3 count. Coleman and the Almighty locking up. Gut buster off the shoulder. And going for the bear hug. Looking for a submission. Trying to squeeze the life out of James Coleman. Going black. It's going black. The world's going dark on James Coleman, but he's saved by Cameron Sawyer. He tries a chop block, but didn't even phase the tree trunk leg. He had to just pick him up and slam him down. Psycho cutter. Sawyer thinks he might have it. Joe Brody slaps the mat twice before Ken Bouchard can make the save. And look at this. Sets him up for the Bouchard bomb on the table. That closed table at that. Able to make the save. Sawyer caught in the bear hug. Coleman with the crossface. Looking for the submission. Sawyer trying to make him tap, or trying to make him break the hold. Able to save the match and perhaps the arm of IKB. Coleman with a kendo stick. IKB laid out at ringside. And Coleman going right after a downed man. Cameron Sawyer. Holy Jesus, Cameron Sawyer with the headlock DDT on the ladder. I can't believe that man even got his shoulder up on that. Irish whip, reversed, pulled back in. I can't believe Torrance Benjamin's back up on his feet. He is, and he is pissed off at Cameron Sawyer. The Almighty with a pinfall attempt. And Sawyer kicking out on his own. Benjamin clothesline on Coleman. And from behind, Cameron Sawyer makes the save. James Coleman and Cameron Sawyer in the ring. Backstabber. What is Ken Bouchard doing? There wasn't an easier way of doing that. There was not an easier way of getting those steps in that ring other than to carry them the whole way around. Getting his time in, IKB waiting for an opportunity on Coleman. Sawyer trying for a roll-up pin. And Bouchard, one more time, Coleman set up and down in the corner. Bouchard bomb. And that may do it. Save Cameron Sawyer. Wow. That was all Coleman on that. Cameron Sawyer stopping the save by Torrance Benjamin and James Coleman. Look at this, caught right up. Torrance the Island. The second time Coleman has landed on that table. And the second time he's kicked out of a big move like that. Benjamin. The cradle suplex and a pinfall attempt on IKB. Saved by Sawyer. Sawyer with a bear hug on Coleman. Benjamin with a bear hug on IKB. Somebody's going to tap out. IKB gets loose. Coleman, on the other hand, finally gets an elbow down. Coleman's so close to tapping out on that. Turns his attention back. Look at this. His little spider monkey jumping on the back of IKB. Wearing his man down. Sets him up. Crippler crossface one more time. And Sawyer just kicked the shit out of Joe Brody. Wow. Wow. Cameron Sawyer just absolutely booted. Look at this. Coleman, second. This is it. Season 3. Oh no. This is it. Season 3 is about to burn this place to the ground. Coleman and IKB still chair. Blocked by Coleman. Coleman caught up with the headlock DDT. Cameron Sawyer going for a submission. Benjamin looking to make the save. These guys may not make it to WrestleMania. Electric chair drop on Cameron Sawyer. Coleman sent to the corner for the snake eyes. Torrance Benjamin, military press. Into a power slam. IKB and Torrance Benjamin, the Almighty, locking up in the center of the ring. Sent to the ropes. The Almighty takes a Luthez press from IKB, and that is it. Rolling out. Looking for safer harbors. IKB taking some liberties there with that steel chair. And going for the pinfall on Coleman. Another save by Torrance. IKB with a big backdrop sends Torrance Benjamin outside the ring. Into the ropes and a big discus clothesline pinfall attempt, and again pulled away by the Almighty. As IKB blindsided by Coleman this time. Let the action figure itself out here as Coleman, Benjamin, and Cameron. Oh, Jesus. James Coleman may have just ended the career of Cameron Sawyer. Cameron Sawyer falling on top of his head. This is, these guys, ain't nobody going anywhere next year. This match is going to burn everybody. We're going to lose. We're going to lose our registrations. We're going to lose our titles. We're going to lose everything because of you guys. This matchup. You'd be lucky if Joe even tries to do a 3 count. Saved by Torrance. The almighty James Coleman in a power bomb. Solid landing, Coleman. Almost bumped his head on that table on the way up. Sawyer, and what is going on here? These guys are ignoring each other, and a big clothesline by IKB. Low drop kick inside the ring. We got action outside the ring. We got more action. Sawyer sidestepping Coleman. Slams him hard into the turnbuckle. Cameron with the pounce. James Coleman goes flying across the ring. Sawyer, the urban gladiator with a baseball bat, turns his attention to Benjamin, not in time. Belly to belly, down goes Cameron. Into the corner goes Coleman. IKB, kendo stick. Smashed it across the lip. Look at that. Didn't even phase the big guy. The almighty. With a bear hug. And that's it. That's it. The bear hug. And Cameron Sawyer refusing to call it quits here. And Torrance Benjamin back up again. This is good golly, man. Benjamin picking up the win. But there's much more to talk about than just that submission, that bear hug submission. That is one of them. That was one of them. This Cameron Sawyer with that DDT. Cameron Sawyer done lost his mind tonight.
Here is your winner.
Torrance Benjamin gonna need to have some medical attention here. That gash above his eye might need some stitches. Cameron Sawyer looking for the hardcore title. Coleman may have to go through Cameron and the Punisher. This is a hell of a match. We got Triple Threat coming up next. I don't know if we can do this. Falls Count Anywhere, Bud Marvelous, RWP, and Anthony Omega. Triple Threat Falls Count Anywhere. And then we start our 3 title matches, our back-to-back-to-back-to-back title matches. Morgan Quinn takes on Empress for the women's hardcore title. Pedro the Owl and Coyote Kid take on the Hinkledimers for the World Tag Team titles. And the Intercontinental Champion, Zakk the Ripper, looks to become a dual champion tonight as he goes face-to-face with the World Heavyweight Champion in Angus Gordon. The world title up for grabs in the main event. Let's head to ringside as the Marvelous One makes his entrance, and I get to go radio silent.
Making his way to the ring from wherever he wants, weighing in at 237 pounds, Buddy Marvelous.
Marvelous one. Breaking free from the shadow. His mentor, Prestige. Man on his own. This triple threat match.
And his opponents, first from Buffalo, New York. weighing
Another
in
member of
at
Buffalo's Buffalo's Unwanted. RWP. Anybody happen to take notice who the referee was for this matchup? Joe, is he going to do another? I didn't notice if didn't notice that. Oh, maybe we don't get to see Joe first.
representing Demolition from New York, weighing in at 222 pounds, Anthony Omega.
Representing Destruction Inc. This guy's laid low pretty much this season. Not in the World Tag Team scene as prominently as they were in the past. Hopefully they'll make those adjustments for next year. Triple threat. Follows count anywhere. Bud Marvelous, RWP, and Anthony Omega all set to go. Joe Brony officiating this one for us. We wish everybody luck. He's in a bad mood. Thanks to Cameron Sawyer. Marvelous missing with that clothesline. Finds himself at the end of a double choke slam. And Omega from behind. Marvelous from behind. RWP with the springboard. Reverses it back. Like a bad game of Uno. Whips him back, pulls him back in, big knee, and Omega. I was going to say Omega doing okay for himself, but Marvelous done lost his mind. Again, another action-packed match. It's hard to call it all. Also, I'm eating pistachios, so there's that. But yeah. And Omega, a series of boots, punches, and a big rollout at the end of it all. Marvelous. Wasting no time with a big boot. Cheap shot by Marvelous, and follows it up on RWP. Has the man has him stumbling. Down he goes. Bud Marvelous with a mean streak. Enziguri didn't catch all of it. And Bud capitalizing. Look at this. Marvelous. Turning up the aggression here. Marvelous Dreams. And Omega wisely saving this match with that drop kick. Two big right hands. Marvelous holding on to that top rope. Fires a shot back. RWP catches him coming in. Pops him up and then pops him in the mouth. Shot to the chest by RWP. Over the top rope, and Anthony Omega goes for the pinfall. He gets a 2 count, and Omega off the springboard. Nobody home. That was a little showboat move there. Irish whip into the corner goes Omega. RWP catching Marvelous. Huge power slam, hooks the leg, but no count. And this is a falls count anywhere. The going out of the ring isn't the safe spot. Yeah, there's no safe zone in here tonight, kids. And RWP bringing the Extreme Rules action into the ring. Look at this, Omega. Look at that hell of a stunner. And RWP there to pick up the pieces. Marvelous ejected from the ring. Omega doing the same with RWP. Bud Marvelous pumping himself up here. Saying his vitamins and taking his prayers, or however that goes. Double underhook, rolls him up, goes for the pin call, and another save by RWP. Draping the arm in a big suplex. Tosses him away with it. Pinfall attempt. Marvelous for the save. Bringing us out here to ringside. All three of these men, anything can go here. There's double team action. Omega and Bud Marvelous working together on RWP. And down he goes face first. Back up as Marvelous turns on Omega. Omega getting the upper hand. But a pinfall could be at hand here. 2 count. Only 2. As Bud Marvelous gets thrown shoulder first into the post. Omega back to his feet. Hip toss, and RWP trying to sneak attack with the steel chair. Gets caught, and Omega wasting no time here. Marvelous with the submission. Looking for his opportunity. But RWP for the save. Marvelous. Trained in hand-to-hand combat. Putting that training to work as it goes to work. On RWP, back and forth. ZA21 hitting the stream. Welcome to the chat, bud. Grab a seat. Grab a beverage. Whatever refreshment helps you get through your day. My personal favorite, little green thing here. Comes in that little hollowed out thing. Pistachio. Yeah, that's what it is. Pistachio. Pinfall attempt. And Bud Marvelous making the save one more time. Keeping this matchup going for God knows how long. We talked earlier about it. ZA is here. Zoe Yuri signed it up. Zoe Yuri back on the roster for season 4. Marvelous. Looking to end this perhaps. Anthony Omega trying his best to not let that happen. Turns it around. Wasteland slam. Double underhook. Throws it up. Omega with the pinfall. The leg is hooked. Joe Brony goes for 2. Marvelous. With the marvelous dreams on Anthony Omega. And that's it. Was it an elimination match, or he didn't tap out? Did he not just tap out, or is this an elimination match? What did I miss? Did somebody not give me a memo? Joe Brony keeping his eye on Anthony Omega, making sure he's okay. Did he not tap out? I thought he tapped out. RWP looking to finish it right here, though. Psycho Cutter applied. There's 1. There's 2, and Joe Brony with the final 3 count. RWP picking up the victory over Anthony Omega and Bud Marvelous. Is back-to-back wins by Buffalo's Unwanted. It's been their night.
Here is your winner.
Though Yuri and Logan Hawk both picked up victories as well. Hasn't been a terrible night for anybody other than Coleman. That might change here too. Next matchup. Hardcore title on the line. Morgan Quinn faces off against Empress Sparrow. An Extreme Rules matchup. Morgan Quinn, no stranger to titles. Neither is the Empress. Oh, my bad. Getting the fat kid munchies. I'm back. Calm down, guys. There we go. Sorry, I had to hit the kitchen. Wayne Kerr making the return. He'll be back with us in season 4 as well. We don't get Samantha. Certain pay-per-views, but no custom arenas. Challenging for the hardcore title tonight. Yeah. One of the superstars of AoK, the women's division. Not floundering too much at the bottom of the pack. That's right. Fat kid needs to eat too. Shush. There she is, the general of the women's locker room. The Empress Sparrow. So has carried the belt more times than anybody else. Has carried belts more times than anybody else in the women's division. So, 4-time hardcore champion. And there's the thing, that's no small roster that she's up against. There's no small roster that she is up against in the women's division. She trained most of them herself, so there's that. But yeah, hardcore title up for grabs right here, right now. Women's division, Morgan Quinn, Empress Sparrow, Wayne Kerr finish up those introductions.
And her opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, she is the women's hardcore champion, Empress.
One more look at it. Champ don't seem too concerned with the challenger ready to go. And it's Morgan with the Irish whip, pulls her back for the hip toss. That pinfall attempt early for the Empress. Extreme rules. Anything goes. Morgan Quinn with a low drop kick, catching Empress Sparrow coming through the rope. Back to her feet, big right hand. Pretty evenly matched in the early stages. Tide turning towards Morgan Quinn here as she puts the pressure on, both figuratively and literally there, on Empress Sparrow. Showboating, gonna lead right to it. Here comes that ass whooping. Backbreaker, neck breaker, follows it up, and Morgan Quinn back to her feet, fires off a right hand, catching Empress. A little by surprise there, able to drag her to the ropes. Morgan a little quick with her, a little early on her movements there. DDT right on the head of that hammer. Driving the face of Empress Sparrow right into the steel head of that sledgehammer, and that might do it. Morgan Quinn looking for the fall, but gets a 2 count. And again, back to work on the Empress. Shot after shot with that sledgehammer, but the right hand. From the Sparrow, down goes the suplex. And Empress standing tall over Morgan. Cheap shot by the sledgehammer. That's, I can't talk. Use your words, Johnny. Brutal attack with the sledgehammer and a pinfall attempt. Only gets a 2 count. Morgan Quinn able to keep the match alive. But Empress goading her opponent, and Empress gets exactly what she asked for. And almost a pinfall 2 count. Morgan thought she had it on that. Ducks under. Empress Sparrow with a DDT. And again with the sledgehammer. Right back to work on the knee of Morgan Quinn. Comes back hot. Big clothesline. That's slowing the pace down. Working her opponent over. Slowly working the neck down. Trying to wear down the muscles, the tendons. Trying to work the shoulder over to slap on that disarmor. The Empress, on the other hand, brute force never hurt nobody. It's killed quite a few, but it never hurt anybody. And right back to work with the sledgehammer. Double throat thrust. And look at this. Empress locking on the disarmor to Morgan Quinn, looking to make her tap with her own maneuver. And not enough. Morgan able to break free. That hell of a way for that match to end. Leapfrog. Crossbody misses. And the Empress, against the ropes, takes the clothesline to the outside. Morgan now with the sledgehammer. There's a battle for it. And Morgan comes up short. It's a shame we can't have a sledgehammer on a pole match. And again, right back. This might have been a sledgehammer. This might just be a sledgehammer match. Down she goes again. Morgan Quinn circling around her opponent. Extreme rules, but the fall was have to happen in the ring. It is not a falls count anywhere matchup. Rolls her up. Looking for that guillotine choke. Doesn't do her any good. She'll have to roll her back into the ring. Morgan thrown away by Empress. And Sparrow, the hardcore champion, taking this to the extreme here with the sledgehammer. Multiple shots over and over. Morgan Quinn finally able to get out of harm's way. At least momentarily. A swinging neck breaker. Backbreaker, follows that up with another neck breaker. And again, the hammer's back in her hands. Morgan Quinn might be mortally wounded here. Back to her feet, still fighting. Couple of back elbows, backing Empress up all the way to the barricade. Taking advantage of it. Morgan slams her opponent into the top of that barricade. It's padded, but not by much. Again, a couple more back elbows. And Morgan coming to life here at ringside. And now she's got the hammer. This hammer has traveled around the ring with these two. Missing with his thrust, jumps over the hammer to hit that Superman punch. And Morgan Quinn finds herself in trouble one more time. The Empress on the hunt. Inverted Samoan drop. And Morgan Quinn pops right back to her feet, but right into the waiting fist of Empress Sparrow. And again, the rabbit punches. Those quick shots. Those quick right hands by the Empress. And one more to the cheek. Follows it up. Face first into the barricade. I don't think these two are even trying to win this match. I think these two are trying to hurt each other. Empress with the figure 4, but gets reversed. The counter applied by Morgan Quinn. And it's Morgan back to her feet first. Standing choke slam. Again, helping her opponent up. Boots her right into the barricade. Morgan, she got in mind here. There might be. The data check tonight. We might not have. Is she standing on her ears? Is she standing on her ears doing that? That was innovative. Primitive, but effective. What a drop kick by the Empress. And the Empress with a kendo stick. Right in the coconut. Across the ribs. And shatters it. She is taking it straight to Morgan Quinn. Yeah, there might be. Into the post. Again, the rabbit punches. Man. Morgan fires a few back of her own, trying to regain some kind of composure here. Able to get at least the standing, at least back onto her feet and some offense going for herself. Back to the barricade. And now Morgan heading under the apron. I mean, why not? Extreme Rules through and through. And Morgan Quinn. Oh, don't stop there. Set the table up. What are you doing? Set it up. Morgan, why would you bring a table in and then not set it up? Big right hands, and the Empress. Morgan Quinn waited too long. Empress able to catch her breath. Second wind even, perhaps. And Morgan is paying for it. That might have been 3 O's, bro. That might have been 3 O's. That's stupid. That's so stupid. Alright. Back into the ring. Morgan. Dazed. Struggling back to her feet, though. She's ready to continue fighting. But I don't know if she's got anything left. That powerbomb may be too much. Look at this. Morgan Quinn gets the shoulders up, and even Empress isn't sure what to do. Back under the ring apron. Dragging out a ladder. And Morgan back to her feet almost. There she goes. Back to her feet again. Just to eat the ladder. Empress sets the... Alright. The ladder is more effective laying down. Pump handle STO. Call it a night. That has to be it. Morgan Quinn, shoulders down for the count of 3. What a fight these two put each other through. What a fight. Big power bomb, hooks the leg. Not enough, but that pump handle STO is all she wrote for the women's hardcore matchup tonight. The champ, The champ coming through on top. What a battle that was. And we still got 2 more to go. We got 2 more titles to go. 3 if you consider the tag team as being 2 titles, but whatever. Tag team titles up next. As Morgan Quinn thinks about her loss there, and Empress Sparrow celebrates another victory as the women's hardcore champion. Pedro the Owl and Coyote Kid coming up next to challenge those damn Hinkledimers for the World Tag Team titles. All that and more coming up. As Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid have set out to take the tag team titles away from the Hinkledimers before season 3. Not only take the titles away from them, but to keep the titles away from them. That's been the thing. There's been a few teams that have beat these two hillbillies, but it's only been 3 of them. There's been 3 teams that beat the Hinkledimers, and the Hinkledimers are on their 4th title reign. But you're not new here, you monkey. Hi, I'm new here. You're not new here, you... Why would you waste 300 OTM? You're such a... I'm gonna DDT you. Coleman, Prestige. Challenge for the chat. Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid. Because you have 40.2k. Word. Word. No word if these 2 are coming back yet. No word if Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid are coming back. We have yet to talk to Bud Marvelous on the return of Pedro the Owl. And for that matter, whether we're going to see Bud Marvelous in season 4. And there they are, the World Tag Team Champions. Omer T and Cletus J, the Fightin' Hinkledimers. These 2 have a long, as I said earlier, a long history with them belts. They grabbed the tag titles up the first week of the season. And that was it. They carried them for a 2-month stretch before dropping them to the Bouchards at Hell in a Cell. Regained them a month later in August. Held them for another 2 months before the Dogs of War captured them in October, and the Hinkledimers took them right back in 2 more weeks.
The following contest.
They held on to them for another 3 months before the War Raiders, James Coleman and Adam Boone, took them in the first week of January, only to hold them overnight as the Hinkledimers recaptured them the following evening on AoK Sunday night, where they have held on to them since the first week of January. We are now in the 3rd week of March. These guys, they're due to drop them here. That's the good news. They only seem to be able to hold on to them for about 2 or 3 months at a time. This could be Pedro the Owl and Coyote Kid's opportunity here. Janet Taylor holds those 2 titles up. These 2 teams ready to go in Extreme Rules matchup. Pedro takes a huge slam by Cletus. The Coyote Kid finishes off a big drop kick, but a nice reversal there. As we swap partners here, but Cletus, I'm sorry, I believe that's Omer with Coyote Kid in the bottom half of your screen. Cletus in the upper half. And Pedro the Owl with a big belly to back takedown. And Omer needing to fight back here. He's going to gather his wits against Pedro, who seems to be taking out both Hinkledimers single-handedly here. His partner's under the ring looking for some help, and he comes back empty-handed. What was the sense? Jenna taking a little bit of a bump there, and a clothesline from behind by Cletus J. Hinkledimer. He drapes the arm. Big falling suplex. Down goes the Coyote Kid. Cletus rolls to the outside. Omer with a boot to the midsection. Pedro from behind. I'm sorry, that's the Coyote Kid from behind. They all look alike. Cletus Hinkledimer with the steel ladder. Well, aluminum ladder. Over the top rope, Coyote Kid crashing down. A big shot to the outside on Omer. Cletus sent to the ropes by Pedro the Owl. Drops down. Leapfrog over. And a deep arm drag by the Luchador. Coyote Kid taking on both Hinkledimers on the outside. Pedro finally understanding it's not a ladder match. Standing moonsault, catches all of that on Omer T. Follows it up, but gets the knees up on that one. This battle goes to the outside. These guys are, we probably expect this to last a hot minute out here. Omer coming back with a baseball bat. And eats a drop kick, courtesy of Pedro the Owl. Double team action on the outside. X Factor. Masked Man doing a number here on the champions as Omer just kind of watches on as his brother gets his ass beaten. Hurricane Rana holds on to it, leaves him trapped in there for some knuckles to the forehead. And Pedro with the pinfall attempt. World titles on the line, but only a 1 count. Over the top rope, Pedro going super high risk there as Coyote Kid gets sent way up the ring area. Jesus. A slam there by the Coyote Kid, putting Omer straight into the concrete floor. Snap there by Coyote as Omer works the knee over of Pedro the Owl. Boot to the face by Coyote Kid and Omer. This nice locks him up here. Anaconda lock by the Coyote Kid. Has it in pretty deep, but again, Extreme Rules, anything goes, but the pinfalls or submission have to happen inside the wrestling ring. You can do what you want. You just got to end it up inside that platform. Omer sent a long way across the ringside area into the steps. Cletus missing with that drop kick. Pedro taking his opportunity where he can find it. And the Coyote Kid slammed hard into the barricade. Omer T. Oh, gets reversed. As I said, the challengers, this is a good night for the challengers. They, odds are, as I said, looking at the timeline of the Hinkledimer history, they are due for a loss. They've gone well over their mark of 2 months that they usually run. They are right on the cusp of a 3rd month reign here. I'd like to see what those numbers combined. Those numbers combined might be. big AA, a big FU on the outside by Cletus. And Omer dropping Pedro the Owl's ankle right across that bottom step, trying to break the ankle of the challenger, and the Coyote Kid hits a huge neck breaker here, driving the champion into the mat, bouncing him off that ladder. DDT. The Hinkledimers, both of them in the ring, and neither one of them looking to be in good shape, considering they're the champions. Big boot to the head. Omer rolls out, but Cletus ends up getting double teamed by these two masked freaks. Omer in with the kendo stick, eats a drop kick, brings his arms up to swing that kendo stick, and ends up with a set of boots right in the teeth. And Pedro, a huge shot again. Diving over the top rope, sets him all up. These tag titles, man, these last two matches for championships have been brutal. Trying to step the game up before we head into 2K24. Where things will really get more brutal. Oh, bless me, snuck up on me. And the graphics on 24, when the time comes for it, just 2 weeks away, kids. March 31st will be AoK WrestleMania. Mark that on your calendars. Call your cable subscriber, your cable provider. Call them up and tell them you want AoK WrestleMania in your home on March 31st, 7 p.m. The final show of Season 3. And Omer just being thrown around the ringside area. Cletus watching on in the ring. Turn Brown's fair play, I guess. Coyote Kid sent to the corner hard. Cletus. Boot to the midsection. Takes the second turnbuckle. Sunset flip. But the Coyote Kid able to hold on. Misses with that clothesline. Low basement dropkick. Taking the knee out of the champion. Pedro laid out at ringside. Coyote Kid all by his lonesome. Wheelbarrow DDT. And the challengers looking one more time, looking pretty good here tonight. Into the post goes a Hinkledimer. And the Coyote Kid in the ring with Omer Hinkledimer. Cletus on the outside. Big boot by Coyote Kid. Omer staggers back to his feet. The Coyote Kid could be looking for the armadillo roll. Center of the ring. World Tag Team titles on the line. And we got brand new champions. The Hinkeldimers. Falling victim to the armadillo roll. And one more look at that replay. And that is it. They've taken the titles from them, but can they keep the titles from them? The Hinkeldimers beltless for the first time in 3 months. What a victory for these two. What a way to stop the onslaught that was the Hinkeldimers. And our main event coming up next, Zakk the Ripper, the Intercontinental Champion, to face off against the World Heavyweight Champion in an Extreme Rules matchup. Let's get ready to go to ringside. Get this all fired up one more time. Angus Gordon, Zakk the Ripper coming up next. I'm not quite ready. Let me get my Zakk the Ripper official gear.
The following champion versus champion contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Our Intercontinental Champion making his way down to the ring. No guiding light needed. When you're the Intercontinental Champion, this man looking to go into the end of the season carrying 2 belts. He's had a rough season to get there, but he has found his way to the Intercontinental Championship. And he challenges the World Champion tonight. Will he walk out of here with 2 belts? Will the Scottish Warrior put an end to the Ripper's dreams? There he is, the world champ Angus Gordon on Chianok, the Scottish Warrior. Question remains, Bud Marvelous being the agent for Angus Gordon. We wait to hear if these guys will be joining us next season or not. Again, vacated titles. Vacated titles will be decided by preseason tournaments. Should we do the same thing with the carryover champions, the ones that are coming back that might still hold a title? Do they become the boss at the end of a tournament? Do your created wrestlers have to battle through all the way to the top only to face a fresh champion? The Anomaly started season 2 with a very historic run through a tournament and then into the beginning part of the season. Maya taking the title at the tournament and running and holding that title for a straight 3 months before losing it in July.
And his opponent from Scotland, weighing in at
The challenger ready to go, Angus Gordon,
is the World Heavyweight Champion.
ready to put that belt on the line, looking to recreate our titles for season 4. Some of those belts have been made, some of these other ones are a little harder to do. Trying to come up with new designs somewhat. Running out of ideas. Not a whole lot to choose from. Our world title right there up for grabs tonight. The Intercontinental Champion Zakk the Ripper. Looking to walk out of here a dual champion, and Angus Gordon comes in tough with that big right hand but misses. The Ripper What a monstrous throw. Just launched that man over his head, but Gordon, much quicker, rolls out of the way, drop kick to finish it off. And a bear hug throwaway. Look at this. Just bear hug German suplex. Ripper outside the ring. Extreme Rules in effect here tonight. World title on the line. Gordon, the champ, manhandling the challenger. Shot to the belly button. The Ripper fighting back up from a kneeling position. Sends it back inside. Can't win the title on the outside as it is. Caught up by Gordon. Collar and elbow. Boot to the ribs. And the Ripper with the upper hand sends him into the corner. Big shoulder tackle. Not done. Overhead one more time. Helps his opponent back to his feet. Rocks him with a big forearm shot to the chest. And then for the grapevine. Looking to make the champion tap out. But unfortunately, no go as the champ makes his way back to his feet. Shoulder tackle, the Ripper fends him off, guts an Irish whip, pulls it back, shoulder tackle takes him down. The Ripper on the mat, Gordon with a big body slam, big power slam. Try it one more time, it was a power bomb and a hook of the leg. And a no-go. Ripper looking for separation. Needs to clear his head, needs to get some kind of thought process going here. Charging head on to a set of steps ain't exactly the thought process we had in mind, but that's what he chose. Shot to the forehead, back to his feet. Gordon puts the steps down. I'd have kept those in my hand as a shield or a weapon, one or the other. The Ripper back in control with that slam. And the Ripper with the steps. Showboating. Zakk, what are you showboating? Back inside we go. Angus Gordon, no time for shenanigans. The Ripper sidesteps, grabs him up, sends him into the ropes, and hits him with a huge power slam. But Gordon right back to his feet as well. Down he goes, another slam by Angus Gordon, boots to the back. And this is turning into a brawl, folks. Extreme Rules in effect. And these men have used, there we go. We got a table. We got a table. Zakk the Ripper is ready to go, pumping up this crowd. Sets his opponent up, fireman's carry, but no, Gordon. Couple of back elbows, sets up the champ. The Intercontinental Champion, slammed to the mat, hook of the leg. And a kick out before the 3. Misses with a clothesline. The Ripper turns it around and hits it with a clothesline of his own. Deadlift power slam coming up. And the world champion at odds here. The Ripper with a snap suplex, drapes the arm and connects solid. The Ripper with a black plague coming down the pike, slams him face first, hooks the leg. We could be looking at a new world heavyweight champion. Zakk the Ripper looking to leave here with 2 titles and only gets a 2. Zakk, the Grim Creeper, getting himself pumped up here. Closing in on a historic 2-belt run for himself here in Season 3. Gordon finds himself upside down. 1888 is just around the corner. Jenna Taylor down for the 3 count. There's 1, there's 2, world title on the line, and Gordon kicks out at 2. The Ripper, wasting no time, sends his opponent into the ropes, ducks under, swings around, neck breaker. Big boot follows that up with an elbow drop and goes to the second turnbuckle. High risk, even for the Ripper. Hits the body splash and rolls to the outside. Trusty sledgehammer. It helped the Empress. Shoulder tackle. Gordon taking the sledgehammer away, and what a spine buster. 2 count. The referee barely even getting there in time to even start the count there. Gordon again taking the steps apart. For whatever reason, these guys decide they got to take the longest, absolute longest way around the ring. Sets it up, right hand. Fireman's carry. Samoan drop. But again, Gordon hits a big move and then rolls out of the ring to bring in more weaponry. Steel chair that unfortunately gets ripped right out of his hand. And his head taken right off his shoulders. And Zakk the Ripper is on the hunt for the world title. Intercontinental title. World title on the line right here, right now. 1888 for the second time. Hook of the leg. What is this? Is this an iron? 2 out of 3 falls? Are you kidding me? 2 out of 3 falls? Are you kidding me? Zakk just... Are you kidding me? The Ripper. One more time for 1888. One more time for the World Heavyweight Championship. Is Zakk the Ripper leaving here as a dual champion? The 3 count says yes. New World Heavyweight Champion Zakk the Ripper. 2 weeks out from AoK WrestleMania 3, and the Ripper is a dual wielding champion. What does that mean for the Ripper at WrestleMania? I tell you what it means. At least 2 matches. One of them against Alexander K. The second we have yet to see. Who will challenge Zakk the Ripper for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania? But as of now, that man is main eventing WrestleMania with Alexander K. Your new World Heavyweight Champion. I can't wait to look at some of the... I can't wait to read the news on some of these matchups. We're going to look at the news. Excuse me. We're going to look at the news before we look at anything. There's a lot that went on here in week 4. Callie Ferguson cleared but did not compete tonight, as well as Echo. Coleman suffered an injury in his matchup. Big surprise there, the way that the 4 of them beat on each other. Still cleared to compete. Not taken out of action yet. Morgan Quinn also, oh no. Morgan Quinn aggravated her an injury fighting. She should take some time off, but we are only 2 weeks out from AoK WrestleMania. New tag team champions here on the horizon. Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid capturing tag team gold there, as well as Zakk the Ripper. You just saw it, you seen it. With your own 2 eyes, you seen it. The Ripper picking up a dual championship. Quick look at the power rankings before we jump to the next show. The Hinkledimers at top. Casey, Bud, and the Punisher in the top 5. Royal Rumble winner Alexander K. Adam Boone, Torrance Benjamin, Dean Graves, Connor Raleigh in the top 10. Chris Nightmare, Gavin Wilson, Logan Hawk, Hardcore Degenerate, RWP, Nova, Empress Sparrow, Chris Chaos, Pedro the Owl, and IKB in the top 20. I just wanted to see that before we jump to the next show, because we're going to check it again over there. Also, as well as taking a look at the news going in to the first week of April. We are closing into the final 2 weeks of AoK Season 3. So let's take a look here at the news going into this week 4. Morgan Quinn suffered, we heard. Remy, that was all last week. That's all last week. Okay, that's all last week. Alright. Dean Graves looking to recapture his United States title off with Cletus J. Hinkledeimer. That's a possibility. Connor Riley and Ted Rockpage. It's been a while since Connor did some singles action. Triple threat, falls count anywhere. Ivy, Lilith, and Echo. Maybe. Omer T. challenging for the Intercontinental. Maybe. Coyote Kid and Chris Chaos. Could be interesting. Might. We'll see about that. The Punisher and Psychosis for the Hardcore title. Piper Ramirez and Alice Angel. It's a possibility of Maya and Casey Gwen. Remy and Vulgar the Clown in the main event. Possibilities all around. But what we're here for is to see if these change. They sure did. Zoe Yuri, Zakk the Ripper, Torrance Benjamin, Omer Hinkledeimer, and Coyote Kid in your top 5 where they should be. Cletus J. Hinkledeimer, RWP, the Empress Sparrow, Casey Gwen, and James Coleman in the top 10. Remington Singer, Big Man Logan Hawk, Vulgar the Clown, Pedro the Owl, and Psychosis the Hardcore Champion in the top 15. Chris Nightmare, Buddy Marvelous, Cameron Sawyer, Morgan Quinn, and Prestige in the top 20, trading places there with IKB. But my friends, that is it for AoK Championship Wrestling tonight. Tune in again on Sunday when we verify this match card. Of course, as always, this card is subject to change as we get it set for Sunday night show. As we inch closer and closer to the 31st AoK WrestleMania 3, and then the following episode kicking off Season 4. Man, oh man. Some fun times to be had coming forward out of the end of one season into the beginning of a new. Until then, I will see you guys on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Until then, be safe, take care of one another. And as always, don't forget to wash behind your ears. I've been your host, the Ace of Knaves, and you are watching, or have been watching, AoK Championship Wrestling. Thank you and good night. Peace.